B flat majors go crazy.
Can you explain that to me?
This is the question. And the answer. And then the big question. B flat. That has nothing to do with what we're doing right now. This track, so we gonna run, we gonna race?
We could.
That'd be fire to race.
Well, I just want to learn from you as much as possible.
Man.
And if people want to learn from you.
I feel like it's a beautiful thing to share whatever you have with whoever you know.
Yeah. So I just want to play you songs.
Yeah.
And have you tell me what the song is, who the artist is, what you know about it. Introduce yourself before we start.
My name is Jon Batiste, and I love you even if I don't know you, because that's the way we should be together in the world. I can't hear it right now.
If I go.
Oh, now I can hear it. Oh, that's Sam Cooke. I would recommend listening to him at the Harlem Square Club.
Okay.
If I go 1,000,000 miles away.
It's not in Harlem. It's actually in Florida. He did his recording that's live, and the record label wanted to take the sound that he did with the Soul Stirrers and bring it into this space of mass consumption, like a mix of sort of like soft pop ballads meets rhythm and blues and gospel. But the Harlem Square Club recording, you get to hear him, the evolution from the Soul Stirrers with the live band. It's just a quartet.
Yeah.
It's not even piano on the record. No orchestras, no horns. It's just a rhythm section. And his voice, he's singing from such a place, it makes me want to cry. It's such a powerful thing. His voice is almost breaking that he's singing so much of his soul outward to you. It's just transmission of soul, just completely unadorned, unadulterated Sam Cooke. So that's a recommendation. I don't know if this is what you want me to do.
Well, the beauty of because you have the headphones, we just changed it when you started talking about it in the edit.
Oh.
And started playing that version.
That's fire! That's what we're doing!
Anything you say, we can make it happen.
Man, I'm liable to go on tangents.
You were born for this.
Oh, man, come on, man. What you talking about? So, Party bro! Second line! Little bitty boy with a heart of steel. She can't boogie now. The Meters, man. The Meters.
Come on, that's like essential.
My cousin actually played in the Meters after Zig left the band. So this is like a family affair listening to this record. This is like, it's connected to how I grew up. I heard this is one of the first songs I ever heard.
There's a lot to unpack with the Meters.
I know. The Meters are so slept on. It's like New Orleans music, it's funk music, it's country music in it, it's gospel music in it, it's got elements of jazz. I believe my cousin Russell, the late David Russell Batiste Jr., is one of the greatest drummers to ever walk the face of the earth. But I'm biased in that, but a lot of people would agree.
Yeah.
They created something before they had a name for it. It's an incredible thing because it's a cultural milestone that then allows for us to have access to something as a group, as a whole. Now we can all do it.
You can't put them in a genre box.
Yeah.
It's like they go in a lot of, and one of the, besides the fact that they're New Orleans and I wanted to play for you because I feel the same way about the music that you make.
Man, I'm just grateful to stand on the shoulders of giants, man. I studied with all these cats. I grew up with these musicians, and I came from this. I inherited this.
Yeah.
And it's like gumbo. You ever had gumbo? Y'all know what gumbo is? I cook good, too. I cook good. I might do a cooking show one day. I'm cold.
We'll help you,
but
we can produce that.
Bruh. Jack, let's get it. But anyway, the analogy was gumbo because, you know, you got the base, the roux, and then you can cook it your own way, and there's all types of different ingredients that go into it. That's like our music. We don't subscribe to boxes. We just let our spirit live free.
River rolls on, hey, the river rolls on.
Oh, man, come on, bro. Randy Newman.
I'm curious about Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Because you guys just put out a song together.
Yeah, so
this is the story of the flood.
We all right. We'll have busted through.
That's the sound of the flood, that ostinato. Dun, 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 dun,
6 feet of water in the streets of Louisiana.
That's the story of the flood. So we're giving you a musical allegory for that. Fun fact, Randy Newman wrote the string arrangements and orchestrations for this entire record. He always does. Records everything in one session from top to bottom. record heavy, man.
There's a lot to talk about.
We lived through Hurricane Katrina. We lost a lot, man. You know, these records, just real songs, authentic songs about authentic situations. We were driving out of New Orleans into Texas to get shelter from the rain and the storm, and then the floods came. And that's what this record is about in 1927, Louisiana 1927.
You have a new song with him.
Oh,
How
bruh.
did you end up working
yeah.
with Randy Newman?
We were lobbying for songwriters' rights in Congress maybe almost 10 years ago. We had a few songs that were inducted to the Hall of Fame. Humbly, I was humbled to be in his presence, be around all these incredible songwriters, but he was the one I was most excited to meet. We did some great work on the Hill, but we didn't really develop a relationship until a few years ago. I cold called him. I said, hey, remember me? I had just finished a Pixar film. I was like, I know you're working on one right now, one of the many Toy Stories. And I was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about music. And we started getting together every time we were in town together, the same place, backstage at places, eventually playing music.
Finally, you sit down with a piano.
We sit down with the piano, and the piano in his living room is where we recorded the record that we put out.
I live on a lonely avenue. I live on a lonely avenue.
My album, Big Money, the song is Lonely Avenue, but we recorded Lonely Avenue in the living room with like a couple microphones in one take, but it was just all these conversations, us doting on Ray Charles. We love Ray Charles, and that's why we chose that song, which is a Ray Charles song written by Doc Pomus. It just speaks to how there's this perceived generation gap, this idea that after a certain point, our generation is our foundation, and other people from other generations, we can't relate, we can't connect. I don't believe in that. There is no, we all are one. We're all one generation of humanity.
Yeah.
So Lonely Avenue, now Randy and I are doing it. And just giving that example that we can collaborate and connect across generations, across time, across traditions, across any barriers. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go on a soapbox. I ain't gonna preach out.
Wait,
man.
I have
I'm
a question
trying
for
to-
you. You mentioned working on Soul.
Yeah.
What's the difference between working on a movie like that and composing for a soundtrack versus making a Jon Batiste record?
The team at Pixar, there's such a deep devotion to narrative and building worlds and connecting the dots between every element of what you see on the screen and what you hear, so that it all is just seamless, what I like to call the inevitability of art. If you can create something that is just inevitable, that's the goal. That's what we want it to be, as if we're just grabbing something out of the ether and it's always been there and it just now is presenting itself to us. And that's what I try to do with my albums, because I like to see pictures and narratives come to life, because that's how I naturally hear music. Like when you play these records, I'm seeing colors and I'm seeing characters, which is a very strange thing to say. I'm seeing imaginary friends. I'm crazy. I'm seeing narratives unfolding, abstract and very literal.
It's not a typical movie that you would score because the music is from the beginning. It's happening. It's not like you're looking at slides at a thing. Whereas the movie was Spike Lee and you made music. That was probably, the movie was more finished before you started adding music to it.
For sure. No, that's a great call out, man. I love making music while the film is being made.
Yeah.
And that's my process generally, but with Soul, it had to be that way, because the main character is playing throughout what you call diegetic music.
Yeah.
So it had to be written at the same time as the story was being made.
I got another song for you.
Edward Kennedy Ellington, you saw I had to kneel when you started playing the record. It's like a knight, sir. yeah. He starts with the high register reed, solo melody in a sentimental mood, right?
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Second time the melody is stated, it's the low, the tenor coming in, right? There's a symmetry that's being built. It's an ebb and a flow. High, low, high with low together, and then the solo comes in, and it's the trumpet that starts the theme and starts the improvisation on the theme. So it goes from reeds setting up the mood to brass with the power, and the rhythm section goes into a 4-beat. That kind of stuff, that is greatness.
He's the greatest American composer, right?
By far and away.
Were you always listening to Duke Ellington?
When I was in high school for the first time, I listened to him live at Newport. I picked it up because I liked the cover. He's wearing this like a seersucker blazer, and he's looking up. He's got a great charisma to him. I'd heard about Duke Ellington. I knew some of his music. I knew like Take the A Train and a few songs like that. So
By the way, that's how it starts with a lot of great stuff. You look at the cover.
Look at the cover.
Which you have great covers.
Oh man, the covers, the covers has got to be.
Okay, so you pick it up.
In the library. I put the record on, put the headphones on, I'm listening to it. And the first thing I think about is, wow, that sounds like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Duke is music that makes you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah.
And it inhabits you. It's music that is meant for you to connect to it and vibrate with its frequency and let it become a part of you. And it's such a deep, deep thing that he was able to be so consistent and prolific. I could go on and on about
Come on.
Duke.
Here.
Louis.
What do you hear? What do you hear when you listen to him? This is why I like doing this show, because it's this.
Louis Daniel Armstrong, the Hot 5 and Hot 7 recordings that you're playing right now. Louis Armstrong, he was the Prometheus figure of jazz music. It's like a person who was born to bring something into the world, a lineage of things that will exist long after they're gone. He's basically creating this aspect of our identity and expression through his trumpet, through his singing, through his band, that becomes so foundational that it's like air. It's like
water.
It's like water. You don't think about it. When I hear it, I think about the context of when it was recorded. Okay, RCA Victor, and the recording technology to create music that is transferred to the rest of the world was created in the same decade as these recordings. So you have the first ever jazz recording, original Dixieland Jazz Band, and not too long after that in New Orleans, you have this evolution of music. You have people who are unsung who weren't recorded, like Buddy Bolden, who Louis Armstrong heard. You have people like King Oliver, who was his mentor, Jelly Roll Morton, Sidney Bechet, all of this explosion of creativity and genius. It's in the aftermath of the enslavement of our ancestors in this country and the formation of this country and the way that all of this intermingling and creative expression, all of that just channeled through an individual who was born in the slums to come out, get a horn in a juvenile detention center. He was firing a gun at 13 years old, put in a juvenile detention center, and got a trumpet. And for that to lead to this recording, which is one of the peak expressions of jazz and blues. Western Blues is the name of that record. Just the journey to get there, and then what it became and what it is, and then when you listen to it, the difficulty of musical execution. If any trumpet player, that's still one of the hardest things that they will ever play. That beginning of the Western Blues recording that he plays, bip, 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 bop, 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 that's one of the hardest things that anybody will ever play on the trumpet. And then the arrangements of that band. I mean, you talk about defying genre. It's all of the root musics. Folk, Americana, that should be included in what we call Americana. Blues, obviously jazz. He's one of the inventors of jazz. Elements of European classics, like the way the horns are phrasing, the vibrato is operatic. You know, he listened to an opera singer in town, Tetrazzini. He heard a lot of music when he was growing up in New Orleans at this time. All of the immigrants coming into one of the biggest port cities at the time, all coming together to create what is our New Orleans culture. And then he's born in the middle. Yeah, it's unbelievable. That record is like, it's hard to even put into words the significance of the moment of these records being made. It's not even like that's an amazing record. It's not even just like, he's a great player. Like, people still don't fully understand the significance of those recordings. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Enjoy it, though, too, and it's good to listen to. It's just fun to listen to. Yeah, Thelonious. Thelonious, bro.
There's a couple piano players on here.
So that Thelonious record, around midnight, when you hear him, play it, what? I could tell by the timbre of this recording, this is the remastered version.
2025 remaster.
It's brand new.
That's a standard. Isn't that one of the most important songs?
That's a fly record, boy. That's a fly record, boy. Monk records go crazy. If you're trying to have a real moment of culture in your courtship, put on some Monk, put on some Duke. I'm just telling you, trust me.
It's for the kids.
Around midnight, yeah. Herbie. What you mean? Like play a chord. So
Come on.
When you play the piano, what's deep about it is such an incredible thing to manifest the sound out of an instrument. It's an inanimate object. It's like a table or a chair. It's just something. It's wood and hammers and metal.
Yeah.
So many people have played the piano, and everybody has their own sound. Monk has created a sound through the piano that is so recognizable. He says something that I always quote: the genius is the one that's most like themselves. There's something in his sound that
You could just hear it.
speaks to who he is, and the essence of how he was able to get it to come out of the piano is such a mystery. Same with Herbie Hancock. Herbie Hancock is one of the greatest musicians to ever live, and one of the marks of a great musician is when you can hear within a few notes the essence of who they are. Just comes right out. It's not about how fast you can play. It's not about how much you know. You don't have to know a whole lot to be able to get your essence to come through an instrument. It's good to know a lot, but you can have something that's within you, like that thing that we're talking about with Louis Armstrong when he born. I'm sure the first time he picked up the trumpet, it was just something innate within him that he honed over years and years. But it was just something that comes through with all of the greats. It's just a thing.
It's true in all types of music, but it feels like in particular, it's a hallmark of jazz, of jazz players, is finding a signature.
Well, in jazz, we play instruments.
Yeah.
And we're into instrumental expression at its highest, most nuanced, most depthful level. Yeah. So when you talk about instrumental expression, there's so much that goes into it, and there's so much that's happening in real time. You're co-creating with people on the fly. It's like we're having this conversation. I imagine you add 6 other people and y'all all speaking from the language of your instrument and the language of the music that you share as a whole, and you could not even speak the same language verbally. How much do you want? Are you making connections on purpose?
Yeah.
Who picks these records?
I do. I made this playlist for you.
Wait, what? You know a lot about music.
I'm finding stuff.
How do you know so much about music?
I just had an instinct.
Man, let me
of
interview you. So when did you start this show?
2.5 years ago.
How do you know so much about music?
Well, when you talk to people every day, you make connections between, I'm listening to people like you as much as the records and hearing people's responses. And what I'm looking for is how are you going to respond to the thing that I'm playing?
But how do you prepare for each moment if you're doing such deep listening of the music, maybe listening to the person you're going to interview, you're listening to all of the stuff that they've made if they make music? How do you sequence it? Like you've sequenced this to go from Louis Armstrong to Monk to Duke to Herbie, like the way that you sequenced it, and then to start with Randy and the New Orleans connection of that to go to the meters. There's a curation to this that is very, very astute.
Oh, thank you.
So how did you get to the point where you were able to do that, and you're doing a lot of these, I'm sure, to produce them at that level of quality?
I don't have an answer for you, really. It's just an instinct.
So, okay, so like we're talking about the greats all have a sound, and the greats, like when you listen to Mary Lou Williams.
Yes, tell me. I was gonna play her for you too.
Oh, you got Mary?
I was going to, but tell me about her.
Okay, so yeah, man, Mary Lou.
Oh, we love this.
Hey, oh, hi, how you doing?
That's her own music.
Yeah, singing.
Oh my God, thank you for what you do on the planet. Like, deeply, deeply grateful.
Thank you.
I was in a melodica parade with you.
Oh, you.
15 years ago.
Whoa! Oh yeah. Oh.
Like Harlem.
That was I remember with like all of us playing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. It was the most joyful, magical. Thank you for that.
Bless you. It's great to see.
One more thing before we go.
Yeah.
You tell me, what is it? Where do we end?
Well, I would just like to say this has been a great experience to share this time with you on the planet Earth as we orbit the sun. and we take our time in life and we move through it. And there's so many things that we could have done, and I'm glad that we did this.
What you said before about all the young guys out there, that's a good theme for this playlist too. Take
Okay.
these songs, download this playlist and just play it for somebody and listen to it and study from it. And also listen to this guy's new record.
What he said. Look at that track star. We still in race, man.
Yeah.